Hi everyone. Today we're gonna discuss about the project plan initiation. So let's start. In project plan initiation, there are three steps. First is stakeholder identification. Second is creating a project charter. Third is conducting a kickoff meeting. So let's discuss the stakeholder identification first. So there can be various steps. So one of the step could be by getting the organizational chart. So suppose if we are making a IT product for a client, so we will request the client to give us the organizational chart. So by the organizational chart, we will be very clear that if we want information regarding the IT, then we gonna ask about the IT managers or the IT supervisors or the database administrator and others. If we want some information regarding the sales manager, regarding the sales, so we will contact the sales manager or the sales officers. And if we want some information regarding the support team, so we'll ask that team. So by the organizational chart, we can easily identify our stakeholders. So we will prepare a stakeholder register document and we will store all the stakeholders uh, name and their information so that if we need it, we just need to open the stakeholder register and we can contact that person and gather the information or gather the requirement. So there are few columns that we have in stakeholder register. First is name, position, internal, external, project role, contact information. So we're gonna mention the name of the stakeholder, their position. Their actual position can be director in their client organization or any other managers or something. Uh, we have to mention whether they are internal or external. If we are making an project IT product for our internal company, for our own company, then they would be internal stakeholder. And if we are making a IT product for our clients, then they're gonna be external. So project role. So project, even though their position can be director, but in for a project they would be subject matter expert because we would be gathering requirements from them. And last one is the contact information in which we'll be storing their email ID or mobile number. The second step for the project plan would be creating a project chart. So let's discuss what is a project chart. Project charter is a formal short document that states a project exists and provides project manager with written authority to begin work. So project charter is created by a project manager and business analysts can also help the project manager in creating this document. And this would contain the starting date of the project as well. A project charter document describes a project to create a shared understanding of its goals, objectives, and resource requirements before the project is scoped out in detail. So, project charter would include the goals, objective, and also the resource requirements. That probably would be needing the database administrators, two database administrators, we would be needing two uh, business intelligence people that would be taking care of the Tableau and so on. Project needs approval before they can be executed. A project charter is a project planning document that sells the project to stakeholders and sponsors. So once we prepare the project charter, we get the sign off from the sponsors and the stakeholders as it contains the information regarding the budget, the resources. So once the sponsors are okay with all these information, we will start with the project. So this is a document for this is a format for project chart. First, we mention the project background. In this, we mention in which domain the project is operating, whether it is a textile domain or it is a e-commerce or it is a finance, insurance, and so on, and what is the problem that that is faced by our clients. Then we will describe our project objective. In project objective, we would mention that how we gonna solve this problem. Okay. So whether we would be making a web-based IT product or we would be making a dashboard, we will mention that and how this dashboard would solve the client's problem. Next is the success criteria. So what is the success criteria for our project? When can we say that our project is completed? We would mention all these things. After that, it comes the project details, that is approach. Which approach we gonna follow it? Whether it would be an agile methodology or a waterfall or any other. After that, project schedule or the milestones. In project schedule, we would be mentioning that how much long would be having a sprint or a phase. If we are following a waterfall, then we would be having phases. And if we are following agile or the scrum, then we would be having sprints. So suppose that we would be having 2 weeks of sprint, and first day would be the project planning. After that, 12 days would be for the development, and the last day would be the sprint review or the sprint retrospective. And after that, we would be after 3 sprints, we would be having a release. We would be mentioning all these things in the project schedule. After that, budget information. How much amount is required for the whole project to get executed. After that, information regarding the project team, that is roles and responsibilities. What are the roles and responsibilities of our project team, of the stakeholders as well? After that, stakeholders comments, if any. The third step for the project plan is kickoff meeting. Once we prepare the project charter, then we will be having a meeting, first meeting between the project team members. Project team members include the project manager, product owner, business analyst, and the development team. And even we can include the client as well. And this meeting is arranged to set the expectations. And we would be giving an overview of what we would be making in the whole project. What are the expectations from every team? After that, a kickoff meeting is an opportunity to orient the team to the work at hand, decide how everyone will work together, establish common project goals, check ins, think about discussing things like how we will communicate, how often we will meet, what the timeline is, what could slow the project down, and how to avoid that. We would be discussing about the timeline, and how often would be having a meeting with the clients, how often we would uh, internally having the discussion within the team, and all these things would be mentioned in the kickoff meeting. Let's see the format for the kickoff meeting document. First, the first thing that would be mentioned in the kickoff meeting would be the meeting objective. In this objective, we'll be mentioning the project goals, and we will also mentioning the key stakeholders and their roles and responsibilities. After that, we would be mentioning the agenda. In agenda, we would be mentioning about the project purpose and goal, project schedule and budget, risk and assumptions, and action items from the meeting. So suppose action items may include that uh, if we want some information regarding a particular thing, and if we are not getting it, suppose it is an insurance project and we are not sure about the business rules, then we gonna mention in the action item that need to get info regarding the business rules. We'll be assigning that to a particular person in our project, and that particular person will contact the underwriter, as underwriter has every information regarding the business rules. After that, what is the due date till which this task should be completed? So we'll be mentioning that. So that's all about the project plan initiation. Thank you.